Welcome back, everybody, to the Siege of Pamplona. Right, these guys are doing that. These guys need to make their way towards the plaza. Matter of fact, there's only cavalry up here, so you might as well just go through it. You guys need to run these guys as much as you can. Yeah, we did take quite a few casualties at the gatehouse there. I didn't think that one through as well as I should, maybe. Yeah. A lot of people did get fried by the boiling oil, but anyway. Again, when it comes to a siege... Ooh!
We're under attack!
Never mind.
Who needs charge?
Oh, I forget, you're skirmisher cavalry. No, don't
Who
run
needs
off.
charge?
Charge them. That's bad. You need to get in here. I think they might have won the battle of the wall here. Yes, they have. So you need to get going. The archers... Oh, the archers are still firing, I forgot. Yeah, you just... I don't know, take him down. Doesn't really matter. Where on earth are you? Just stay there. We've got more important things to think about. Right, these Genettis are a pain in the arse, actually. They've killed a lot of our cavalry, actually, which is really annoying. I did not want that to happen. But sadly, it appears like it has.
Who needs charge?
Killed the last of these skirmish cavalry.
Who needs charge?
Right. Onwards.
Make haste!
Kill the last of them. You guys could do doing that. Bring down any retreating enemies. There's more cavalry in here, but that's fine. Because we've got spearmen. Well, this is all cavalry good. And the Althrax are not missiles, so that's good. They've got one spearman here, but that's not going to make much of a difference. Come on. Pin them down in the square here. Right, here we go. Here we go. Is that all the spearmen we have left? Blimey, that was... We need to get...
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
We can get these guys this way.
Our men have taken control of the castle.
Come on. Right, and then turn and face them. Lovely. I did get a bit of a charge in, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, and then they're retreating, but now they've turned their backs on half of most of our spearmen, so... Come on, don't just stand there.
Spearmen!
Get it.
Move on! Attack!
Do I have to bring the general in? Because I will. Oh my goodness, how many hits can this guy take? Oh, I know he's got armor on, but blimey.
Praise to
There
our
we
Lord!
go.
Our men have slain the
That
enemy
should
general.
do it,
Now his
surely.
men will lose heart.
Come on. Come on. Last one. There we go. Has to be it, surely.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Well, we did lose quite a few men there, but yeah. We have taken the castle. That's the important thing. Yeah, the spear militia. I realise the spear militia are not the best of troops, but it's all we've got in them at the moment. We just got to make our numbers count. So yeah. Anyway, Pamplona has finally fallen at last.
A most honorable victory, my noble lord!
There we go.
God has
All this
delivered us
time.
this victory!
And we occupy it. So, that's lovely. Right, so we want to try and retrain as many of these as we can. Out of interest, actually, before we do that, what can we actually retrain? Yeah, we can retrain the male knights, that's good. What else? Can retrain the alpha rats and build 2 more, that's good. And then, in terms of the spearmen and spear militia, we want really to... We might have to send a few of them to Zaragoza here.
Yes! Move out!
Maybe that might not actually work. Well, we'll see. Maybe we should retrain instead. Yeah. Okay, we won't recruit the boats this turn. Yeah. Hopefully that'll be enough then. Right, okay, and then we can retrain. There. It'll take a few turns, but we'll see. The point is, I can retrain these guys last because we've got an awful lot of spearmen being recruited elsewhere. Once we've recruited all these,
Engage me, or be gone!
we can do a lot better. We can ship them in. No, on boats? No, next turn. Ship them in towards Valencia, and then we can really take the fight to the Moors, which should be excellent. So Pamplona is it's a fairly good castle. We can recruit a lot of decent troops here. More importantly, good infantry, or better infantry. They've got 4 attack and 16 defense, which is literally they're basically twice as good as the spear militia. There's less of them, but yeah. Anyway, they're good. Basically, we can't make a whole army out of them, sadly. However, if we have a few of those in our army, it should tip the balance a little more. So Prince Alfonso led that battle, rather than this man, which actually I kind of regret a little bit now, because yeah, he may well lead the army into the lands of the Moors. The son of the king. Yes. Will he be as good as Ramiro Ramirez? Well, the thing is, Ramiro Ramirez is a bit more administratively minded, so maybe we don't want him on the front lines as much. But yeah. Anyway, so we've taken Pamplona. So all of the lands of what I would consider proper Aragon are claimed. This is the foundation for which our empire shall be built. And probably starting with this settlement here. And,
what is it you would discuss?
yeah, so we want trade rights, map information to map information now. Their map information is worth a heck of a lot more than ours is. So you know what, I'm going to be cheeky and still try and get a little bit for it and offer them 1,900.
I see no
Yes,
problem.
there we
Farewell,
go. Lovely.
number one.
So we've got map information on the Byzantine Empire, which is massive. Doesn't really matter all that much, but it does fill in our map information a little bit better. There's a lot of troops outside Jerusalem now. And we have Moors bribing our settlement, or attempting to bribe our settlement again. I think we need some assassins to potentially deal with this. So we have a bride here presented for our general from the last battle. So we'll accept that. We want to send an emissary to the Republic of Venice. That can be done.
Yes, my
so
lord.
we'll send our diplomat back up here to go talk with Venice.
On my way.
Shouldn't take...
Today's
should be there next
journey
turn.
ends.
And we have a cardinal at last. Yes, that's fantastic. Right.
God's servant.
So, why does that
Very good,
change
my
things? Well, it basically
Yes,
gives us
Lord.
a cardinal in the College of Cardinals. So, if the Pope dies,
Lord.
which he has a habit of doing at the moment, we can vote on which cardinal we want to succeed him.
God's
If our
servant.
cardinal is pious enough, he becomes one of the preferati, which means you can actually have your cardinal become pope. For the moment, it's not that helpful right
My
now,
lord.
since he's actually older than the current pope, I believe. Yeah, so in some ways, it's not as helpful, but still, it's good that the church is recognising us at last. Anyway, so the Kingdom of Leon has declared war on the Moors. This is big. That means that they're going to start pumping out troops to go and attack. Which in some ways is not what we want. And I think I'm going to make a bold move here. A very bold move. Instead of waiting for the army from Pamplona. Ramiro Ramirez is sick and tired of waiting inside Valencia. The war has begun.
Your orders,
Therefore,
noble one.
It is only fitting
Orders. Yes.
he should want to march on this very lightly defended settlement here. I don't see any other troops around, but I do see Leonese troops, which they could be tempted to go for
Yes.
this settlement, and we
Your
can't allow
Majesty.
that. We can't allow them
My
to take
lord.
our territory.
Bringing our
So
troops
admittedly, we're
together.
only going to take a small force.
Your Majesty. Virgin armies.
Which
We will
should be
engage
enough.
them honorably, my lord.
That's if he
We
can
shall
get
continue
there.
at first
Which he
light.
can't. Yeah, right, okay, so that's what we're doing. However, that means that a lot of things have been set in motion now. We need to get this army back down as soon as possible. We did retrain a lot of the cavalry, which is good. So we want
Your
to get...
orders, noble
I
one.
think that's what we're going to do. We're going to
Orders.
send the cavalry down exclusively, because they can get quite far. They should get to Valencia next turn.
Make camp, men. We rest here.
Yes. I'm really screwing up with the badges of everything. However, what we can also do now is we can take whatever spearmen we have, spear militia lying about. So
Your Majesty. Orders, my
we shall
lord.
do. So we shall send
We
them.
continue tomorrow, my lord.
Just
Yes.
wondering, is there any chance we
Your
can?
Majesty.
Aha!
Orders.
Just getting a bit more
Your
experience there. So we can get our experience troops
Move
out
out!
there.
Combining forces,
Actually,
my
let's
lord.
bring him as well.
Your Majesty. Your orders,
3 more
noble one.
units. What we need to also
Yes.
do is get our ships.
Full sail.
Can't take all of our
Orders.
troops.
Move
One
out!
there. But we will bring our troops here. In fact, we will bring them all the way here.
Leading the men ashore. Your orders, noble
We
one.
can intercept with this
Yes, my
army. These ships can
Full
just in
sail.
case there's any Moorish fleets
Plotting course
lying
now,
about,
my lord.
they can
God's
take
sake.
on that. So in Valencia, we are now building the castle upgrade, which is lovely. Which means if we do take Murcia, we will have a bit more of an establishment base here. Pamplona is quite far away to be replenishing and re-establishing our troops, but Valencia is perfect for taking this. And then Granada, we can make suit our own purposes as well. Its population is big enough to build a castle, so I'm hoping that we can take it at some point, and that become our castle. So I have noticed that there's been a little bit of changing around here. So this settlement here, when we last saw it, was rebel, but I believe it's been taken over by the Moors. But what we need to do now that we're the entirety of Iberia is at war with the Moors, so Leon is at war, Portugal is at war, we're at war. It's a bit of a scramble for territory now. We need to get as much as we can. Because I don't fancy really taking on Leon. I mean, I would, but at the same time, I don't really want to go against any Catholic factions particularly. We don't have to take out Leon to achieve our victory conditions. So, yeah. But we do have to take out the Moors. So the more territory we can hold, we get 25 regions. Which sounds like a lot, but if we can take most of the Moors' holdings, if not all of the Moors' holdings, in Iberia and Africa, and then take on Sicily, we'll be just about at 25. So that's why I'm so obsessed with getting that. So yeah. Anyway, so we've got troops moving, which is good. Yeah, a little bit vulnerable in our garrisons, but that's just the nature of the beast, I believe. We might want to bring, I think we want to bring our prince back
Your
to
orders, noble
Zaragoza.
one.
Yeah, and he's the Duke of Zaragoza. I have this thing where I do like to keep the king inside the capital, but in this instance, it might just make more sense to keep it the way around it is at the moment. So. Besides, this person here is Duke of Navarre now, Lord of Pamplona, but there's going to be nobody there, so we'll see. Eventually, a lot of our sons are going to become of age, so yeah, then we can, for instance, we can divvy up titles or whatever, especially if we take out the Moors. So that's the plan there then. So, I do want to send this spy west a little bit. I want to check if there's any more. Yeah, you see, I mean, it's a small Moorish army, but
as you wish.
I still want to keep an eye on it.
Investigating.
They've got a lot of troops in Cordoba, their
until
capital.
morning.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that, but again, they do have to take on armies from Leon and Portugal as well. And I think they're going to see this and they're not going to be too worried. They're going to be worried they're going to lose this, but it's not a lot of strength. What they're not counting on is all this up here. But even then, we haven't got the strongest military. They will definitely be more powerful than we are. So we've got to pick and choose our battles, and that's where the Navy
orders?
comes in. Because potentially,
Yes, my lord.
we can pick off some of these holdings in Africa as well. Especially to stop the Sicily coming through. So, you know, if Cordoba looks particularly tough to take, we could just take these holdings instead, you know. But anyway, it's getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, that. So, yeah. I think, unless, did we move our diplomat?
An
No.
order?
Yeah, we did. So, yeah. I think we'll end the turn. See what the war's
We
might
must
get up
resolve
to.
our differences, for this is war.
That's very, very rich. That's very rich. Right, okay. If you want ceasefire, that's fine, but you will give us Granada and Murcia for it.
Keep that up, and you will
Yes,
anger the
I didn't
Saudis.
think so.
Bodes poorly
Goodbye.
for our future.
They're scared. They're running scared. I think it's safe to say. So, yeah. Dodge of Genoa is dead. Polish king's dead. Concordat of Worms, I probably have butchered that. But, yes. That's a thing. Venice and Sicily have joined the Crusade, so it should be nearing its end, I would imagine. Yes. Anyway, it's I didn't show as much this part on Jerusalem, but this is the situation down here. The Egyptians are besieging the settlement, Jerusalem. The Crusader states could probably repel this one army, but then there's just so much going on here that, yeah, I think the jihad may be coming to an end as well. So, very soon. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we go. Anyway, so,
Orders.
those guys need to join the army.
Mining forces. With
We need
God's
to
blessing
lay
and
siege
yours,
to
we
the
march to
settlement.
battle.
So I'm not going to build
Without
siege tower
question,
this time.
we shall
learn my
begin the
lesson.
siege.
It
Besieging
wasn't like it was
forces
a waste. It
reporting, my
doesn't
lord.
cost you anything, but just a little
Your
bit
orders,
annoying.
noble one.
So,
Your
yeah, we'll
majesty.
have these guys join the
Bring
army.
in our troops
Can't
together.
quite make it to
Yes.
Valencia now that they've
We shall
been
continue
joined,
at first
but,
light.
yeah. Anyway, this is a new family member. Yes, son of the prince, daughter of the prince even. But yeah, Eusebio Ramirez. It'll be interesting to see if the king does die anytime soon, who becomes the heir. Because at the moment it's looking like it's going to go down this route, rather than the king's son. Which is not exactly realistic, like
orders,
it
noble
would
one.
have been the king's son, irregardless, I think, rather than his brother. But anyway, so, here we are, Barcelona. What do we want to build here? Thinking of port. Yes. Just going to put more trade up and running. Yes. We're still improving. Right. So yes. There's not a lot this settlement can actually do now. It just needs to keep a bit of a... It doesn't even necessarily need to keep that much of a garrison. It just needs to, yeah. Basically retrain as many troops as it can and send reinforcements. Yeah, so Cordoba is still extremely well defended. A couple
I
more
will not
troops
waste
here,
words on you, infidel.
Where
but
to, sire?
yeah, I'm just trying to work out.
Sire.
Well, that's not easy to select. Can't get supply there. There.
Where to, sire?
So I'm moving my spy down here, and I'm going to move this spy further over here.
As you wish.
Just deeper into the Moorish heartlands. I really want to know what's going on here, potentially between Portugal and Spain. Portugal and Leon, should I say.
Do this.
I would actually love it if the Moors started taking territory off these guys, and then I could come in and take it. That'd be great, but I might be wishing a little bit too underhandedly at that point. Anyway. Get our diplomat again.
An honor.
And we shall go and speak with Venice.
Naturally, my lord. But,
Yes.
my lord, I cannot go there. Yes, lord. Requesting an audience.
What?
Yes, lord. Requesting an audience.
Apparently we can't get that this time.
Naturally,
No, I should have spoke to the fort then. Oh well. Next turn then, I guess. Yeah.
Your orders, noble one.
Troops might arrive in time to take part in this siege. I don't know. We'll have to see. Parma's still not grown, so... Anyway. End of turn. Not quite sure what happened there. Oh, the Moors are bringing some boats up. That's about it. Aha. Okay, so, yeah, I wasn't sure what happened there in Jerusalem, but I think the Turks, or maybe the Crusader states actually repelled the army, but now the Turks are attacking in full force, and this massive
Inshallah, the peace
army
between
here
us shall
belonging
prevail.
to the Khwarezmian? Yeah, something like that. Are still here, like, ripe for the punch. However, more importantly, over here, the Fatimids look like they're going to lose their capital, and the Crusade looks as though it might be coming to an end very soon. So yeah. Got another cardinal promoted here.
My lord.
Again, slightly younger again, but it does go to show how much the Pope is liking the Aragonese. Okay, that's interesting. Right, the Portuguese have chickened out apparently.
Where to, sire?
Must have gotten to them.
As you
which,
wish.
again, in some ways is good because
Without a
at least
trace.
now
Investigating.
the Portuguese aren't going to take these settlements. I don't believe that. Look how lightly defended these settlements are. They're ripe for the taking, Portugal. What are you doing? Anyway, I guess it's more for us. There's also, I believe, a little army that got repelled here by the Leonese. We'll bring our spy back up here.
Investigating. I'm done for today.
They're not there
my
anymore.
lord.
Anyway,
I simply
right.
cannot
Okay,
do this.
so
Your orders,
I
noble one.
think it might be
We will
time to
engage them
assault
honorably,
the
my
walls.
lord.
Apparently this is going to be a close fight. That's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. That is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen. I am going to auto-resolve it, because that should be... Yeah, I'm going to say, there's no way we're losing that battle. But, yeah. So, a clear victory here. And the
God has
settlement
granted
is
his
ours,
faithful
but
this
however,
victory.
problem
God be
is,
praised
their
for blessing
loyalty
us with victory.
is not very good. As you can see back here, they have a red face, which means they're likely to rebel. Which means we might have to... We can't really occupy this time. We could sack it, but honestly, I think we might have to exterminate it. We have to impose our rule. Yes. Ramiro Ramirez, massive chivalry, but he did have to do that. Yes. If the sound effect doesn't make it obvious enough. So the first thing we've got to build here is a church, simply because of this. Yeah, this is an issue.
God's
In that
said,
regard, we need to bring
traveling with God.
our bishops
Name
down.
thee, my lord. Yes,
Yeah, to counter this.
I am not here to negotiate, only to preach.
Can we recruit another priest? Yes, we can. Good. So yeah, we just had to basically exterminate the population, which has taken it down to 11. Wow, nearly just over 1,000 people. It was on 4,000. Wow, brutal. But I think
Is it
ultimately
not obvious
necessary.
I am your foe, infidel?
I'm going to
Yes.
see if I can take this ship down.
Closing to engage, my lord.
Aha! Good work.
Victory!
I was a little bit surprised
Plotting
one ship
course
could
now,
handle
my
that, but we did. Good. Because I want to keep these ships
Yes, my
down
lord.
here. We want to sail, and we want to harass
Full
as
sails.
much as possible. I don't
Plotting
know if
course
there's any
now, my
ports down here that might
Full
be
sails.
of use. Granada has converted into a castle, which might make it slightly more difficult to capture.
Yes, my
However,
lord.
it is slightly more useful
Plotting
in
course
terms
now,
of,
my lord.
yeah, we can when we take it over. So yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, that's where we're going to have to end it for today, guys. Yeah, resistance is futile, I think is, yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. Relations worsened. Yeah, I can imagine so. Anyway, we have taken a lot in these two parts. We managed to finally take Pamplona. There's a rebel army here, we're going to have to deal with that at some point. And the war against the Moors has now begun. We have captured Murcia, and we're hoping to move down to conquer Granada very soon. From there, it's going to be a little bit tough to take the capital here, Cordoba, but we're going to try. Maybe we shall have some help from the Leonese. Who knows? Regardless, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.